What's up, brand builders? Stephen Hurahan here at BrandMasterAcademy.com, and in this video you're going to learn 15 digital marketing strategies that you can use to grow your brand. So you can stop waiting around for referrals and start taking some actions that will grow your business. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to build brands that go beyond the visuals using strategy, psychology, and creative thinking, then you're in the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be well on your way. Now, before we jump into the techniques and the strategies, let's just have a quick chat about branding versus marketing. Now, branding and marketing are both very, very important when it comes to building a brand, but they are very, very different. Branding wants a relationship, whereas marketing wants a transaction. Marketing is all about the where and the way the marketing messages are placed out there into the marketplace. And branding is about what those messages are going to say and how they're going to shape the perceptions of the brand. Now, marketing can take on many different forms, and the marketing industry itself can be a bit of a shady place. There's always somebody out there trying to sell the next silver bullet, the magic pill that will turn a brand that is obscure into the next big thing. But there is no magic pill, there is no silver bullet. It's all about understanding the landscape to make informed decisions about where you should place your resources. With the right combination of tactics, you can guide your audience through the customer journey to shape their perceptions along the way and ultimately influence their decisions. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about 15 different tactics and techniques that you can use to bring your audience through your customer journey and help to shape those perceptions and influence those buying decisions. Number one, develop a clearly defined brand strategy. Now, this is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, in my experience anyway, the biggest mistake that I see business owners make. They do not have a clearly defined brand strategy, and they go out into the marketplace with their marketing tactics and marketing techniques, and they don't have a plan that will shape their audience's perception about what they want them to know about their brand. You need to have an idea about what position you need to own in the mind of your audience. So you need to know who that audience is. You need to understand and know the position that you want to own in their mind, and then you develop a communication strategy that will help to shape those perceptions in that light. If you go out into the marketplace and you go out with a handful of marketing tactics and you don't have a strategy to influence those perceptions, then any marketing tactics that you put out there will be absolutely wasted. Number two, create a marketing funnel. Now, a prospect doesn't just go from being a prospect to a customer just like that. There are a series of steps that they will need to take before they become a customer. And on average, it takes around about 7 to 8 touch points before a prospect will start taking your brand seriously. And if you understand what your customer journey is, if you understand the steps that your prospects need to take to become a customer, then you can map out an experience that will take them from one step to the next. So understand that customer journey and map out a marketing funnel that will take them from one step to the next. Number three, create a compelling offer. Now, this was a big one for me. For many years, I had up on my website the services that I offered, but I didn't have a compelling offer. And then I came across somebody called Ryan Deiss. Now, if you know Ryan Deiss, then you know he is a marketing genius. And I've got a lot of time for Ryan Deiss. I've learned a lot from Ryan Deiss. And one of the things that I learned from him was the importance of having a compelling offer. It's all well and good getting traffic to your website where they can see what it is that you do, but if you don't have a compelling offer that will incentivize them to take action, then they're not going to take any kind of action. So understand what your audience is looking for, understand the outcome that they're trying to achieve, and create a compelling offer that focuses on giving them that outcome. Number four, create a lead magnet. Now, lead magnets are nothing new. They've been around for many, many years, but they're going to be around for many, many more years to come because they are compelling. There's just something compelling about being able to fix one of our problems with an easy to digest lead magnet, an easy to digest solution that's packaged up into a download. So if you understand the problems that your audience has and the pain points that they have, and you can package up a solution in a handy and compelling lead magnet, then you will be able to get their email address and follow up with them. Number 5, automated email marketing. Now this goes hand in hand with that lead magnet that we just spoke about, because once you have their email, then you need an automated system that will follow up with them on autopilot. Now this is without a doubt one of the most effective ways to nurture your prospects, because if you take a little bit of time to think ahead and think strategically about what they need to know in order to become more ready for what you have to offer them, then you can write out a series of emails that will go out every single day or every single week and slowly give them a little bit more information. And this will all contribute to those 7 to 8 touch points that we need on average to take a brand seriously. And as I said, if you're able to get that email address and you have a system in place that will give them a little bit of information at a time and slowly nurture them, then that is one of the most effective ways that you can use to nurture your prospects. Number 6, content marketing. Now, in this day and age, you have to be creating some form of content, whether that's videos or blogs or Instagram carousel posts. It really doesn't matter, but you need to understand again the challenges that your audience has and put out content that will help them. Now, you don't have to spread yourself too thin here. You don't have to do all forms of content. And there's an Instagram influencer that I follow called Dane Walker, and he's up to about 135,000 Instagram followers at the moment, and he's amassed that following just by creating Instagram carousels, and that it brings in a tremendous amount of traffic into his world. So as I said, you don't need to spread yourself too thin, but just pick one of those areas and go in hard and create some valuable content. Number 7, website SEO. Now, if you are going to take the time to write blog posts, then you might as well do it correctly. You might as well understand the mechanics of SEO and what you need to do to build SEO friendly content. And that's all about understanding the title tags, the H1s, H2s, the meta descriptions, and the external linking, interlinking, etc. If you don't have that information, if you're not knowledgeable, it doesn't take you much to get the information that you need. But the benefit here is that SEO friendly content on your website will raise the domain authority of your overall website, and it will push your articles closer to the top of Google, so that when someone searches for the information that they need and you have an article, then they can find you through Google and end up in your world. Number 8, video marketing. Now, video marketing has a huge advantage because there's less competition in the video world when compared to the blog world, because the barriers for entry on video are higher. You need to have more skills to create video. And if you're going to put your face in front of video, not everybody can do that. Now, everybody does have a fear. Well, most people certainly have a fear of the camera when they first get in front of it, but that's a fear you can overcome. So if you at least have the desire to create content, then you should start creating content. Your 30th video will definitely be better than your first video. And the added advantage here is that you can get your personality across, you can show that you're human, and you can demonstrate your expertise. Number 9, leverage stories. Now, this is becoming more and more important because of our attitude towards push marketing today. Those ads that are pushing features and benefits and are all about the sale, they don't really compel us to take any kind of action, and we're pretty irritated by them. We tend to scroll past them. But if you understand who your audience is, if you understand where they've come from, where they're going to, the journey that they're on, then you can tell stories that will resonate with them. And a perfect example of this would be to take a customer and shoot a case study, shoot a creative video of them talking about their lives, where they've come from, the challenges that they were going through, the emotions that they were going through, and then the transition that they went on and the success that they achieved. If you're able to capture a creative video talking about a customer or shooting a case study, then that will resonate with who the audience is. That they will feel that they recognize that story, they can relate to that story, and they will connect with your brand far more than an ad pushing features or benefits. Number 10, YouTube SEO. So your audience is on YouTube because YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, and they use YouTube for entertainment, but they also use YouTube to find out what they need to know. They have questions in and around the problem that you solve, and they're going to YouTube to ask those questions. Now, if you know the questions that your audience is asking and you know the answer to those questions, then shoot a video and then understand how YouTube works, understand the SEO, the descriptions, the keywords that you need to use, and how you need to construct your title. And if your audience is on there searching for your video, you might just turn up as the first result or in the top 3 results. They might end up on your YouTube video and then back at your website. So it's a great way to extend your reach and raise brand awareness by understanding YouTube, understanding the platform, and how to get your videos to the top of that platform. Number 11, live video. Now, this leverages all the advantages that video has in being able to get your personality across and making the content engaging, but the algorithms absolutely love live video. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, they love live video because the interactions are a lot greater, because there's just something about live video and the feeling that the other person on the other side of the camera is there in that moment. So this is a strategy that's very effective at the moment, and if you can leverage live video, you can really use the algorithms to extend your reach and grow your brand awareness. Number 12, social media advertising. Now, this can be very, very effective if you know what you're doing, and that caveat is very, very important, but they do provide the tools if you understand and know who your audience is, what they want, what they desire, who they follow. Then the tools that these platforms provide, specifically Facebook, and the amount of targeting that you can use on Facebook is so effective, and the cost is still very, very low per click at the moment. So it's a great platform to leverage if you know what you're doing. And as I said, that is a very, very big caveat, because you need to understand the platform, you need to understand how it works, and you need to understand how marketing works and paid marketing works in this environment. There are a lot of business owners out there that think they just need to go on Facebook ads and they take with them their $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 budget, and before they've learned how the platform works, that budget is gone. They haven't made any sales and they believe it doesn't work. So it is very, very powerful if you know what you're doing. So take the time to understand the platforms. Number 13, search engine marketing. So search engine marketing is all about keywords. It's all about getting your ads to the top of Google when somebody searches for a particular keyword. Now, this used to be cost effective when these ads first came out, and small businesses could play in this space at any level really, but today it's very different. The big brands have moved in there. It's pushed the cost up of these types of ads, but there are still keywords that you can find that can still be very, very effective and very cost effective. And the added advantage to this tactic is the mindset of the customer. They are more likely in buying mode because they're searching for a specific solution, and if they click on your ad and come into your world, then you can nurture them into a sale. Number 14, audio ads. Now, audio ads are nothing new. Audio ads have been around since radio, so they've been around for generations. But the audio ads that you can leverage today are far more effective, because you're not just picking a radio station and sending your ads out there to untargeted people. You can leverage the likes of Spotify and target based on the podcasts that your listeners are actually listening to. So if you know the podcasts that your audience are listening to, and you can leverage the platform to target your ads at those podcast listeners, then they will be on the train or in the car or doing the dishes listening to a message from your brand, and that can bring them into your world. And number 15, retargeting. Now, if you are going to play in the paid ad space, then retargeting is a great place to start, because retargeting is all about the premise that your audience has digested some of your content before. They've watched some of your videos, or they've been to your website in some way, shape, or form. They've shown some interest in what you do and what you have to offer, so they are the perfect people to put ads in front of. So take the time to pixel your website so that Facebook can gather that information and create those custom audiences and put those ads in front of those people. And chances are some of these people are just looking for the right moment in time, and the ad that you put in front of them might be that time, and it might push them over to become a converted client. So really understand the power of remarketing, and if you are going to start with paid advertising, it's a great place to start. Now look, there are a lot of marketing tactics out there, and it's very, very easy to get overwhelmed if you don't focus in on your efforts. So my advice would be this: first, develop out and define your brand strategy. So understand who your audience is, understand the image and position you want to own in their mind, and develop a communication strategy that will shape the image of your brand in their mind. Once you have that, map out their customer journey, know what steps they have to take to become a customer, and then select 2 to 3 marketing strategies and go in hard. If you do that, you will bring traffic to your website, you will bring them into your funnel, and you will bring them through your communication strategy that will nurture them, that will shape their perceptions, and it will compel them to take action. But I'd love to hand it back over to you. I'd love to hear what your favorite marketing tactics are, or marketing strategies, or funnel strategies. If you have any thoughts or any challenges at all around developing out your brand strategy or your marketing strategy or your funnel, then let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer all of those. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. It'll let you know when I've got new videos coming out. If you want actionable brand strategy tips and techniques to grow your business, head on over to BrandMasterAcademy.com and get yourself signed up for the list. It is free and I keep some exclusive content for that list. And if you want to get going with brand strategy, there are plenty of resources on there for you to download for free, so get yourself involved. But as I said, I would love to hand it back over to you now. I'd love to hear your experiences, your challenges. I'll do my best to answer all of those. Until next time, brand like a master, and I will see you in the next video.